It's interesting how often people label others as demons or devils, projecting their own inner turmoil instead of reflecting on themselves. This tendency to point fingers at others while ignoring one's own flaws reveals a deeper issue within. When individuals criticize others based on their appearance, beliefs, or backgrounds, they often fail to recognize their shared humanity. The act of dehumanization is rooted in a refusal to acknowledge our own capacity for negative emotions, leading to misguided judgments against those who are different. Moreover, this projection of negativity can stem from unresolved issues such as shame, fear, and trauma. Instead of confronting these feelings, some individuals deflect by condemning others, creating a false dichotomy of us versus them. This mindset not only harms others, but also prevents personal growth and healing. Ultimately, the louder the accusations against others, the more it highlights the unresolved conflicts within. By recognizing our shared struggles and humanity, we can foster a more compassionate and understanding world.
So, where did this conversation come from this morning? It's based on shame, fear, and trauma. And I'm going to talk this out today. I was thinking, after looking at a couple of posts, then it's like people are always talking about demonic and what is naming something that's a demon in Satan, like they've been in hell with the burning sands or something like that. Okay, I have to call it out specifically. Is that what really prompted this is when they were saying the monks are of demons because of their religion, because of, I guess, something that happened in the past, or what makes them up, or something that they were saying. So they're calling them demons and satanic for walking walking for peace within America from. Okay, that got cut off for a minute, but let me continue here. And so that's where it started. It just baffles me how people won't look within themselves and see how dirty their souls can be, their minds, their bodies, without comparing it to another individual. Then got the nerve to hate people that are just like them, from the same backgrounds as them, and look at the color of their skin that can be burnt off in a fire or something like that, and hate the skin color of someone, or the way someone dresses, or the way someone is taught when someone doesn't look like them, have the same shape as them, the same size as them, or believe like them. They got the nerve to call someone else a demon, a devil, a Satan. Like, I mean, what type of fire and evil and wickedness is living within your soul, and to not be able to look within yourself rather than looking at others? And it's like, I don't know. It's just like always showing dehumanization for others, and projecting your venom, just vomiting onto other people, and then calling them a demon, like you've been to hell and know exactly what the fuck a demon is. What people are really doing when they constantly label others demon, devil, Satan, a few things usually happening beneath the surface. They are projecting their own unacceptable thoughts and fears, shame, and urges onto someone else, so they don't have to face them in their soul, face them, or even look within their souls. They split those worlds into me, I'm so pure. That's us. That's how we are. We're pure, and evil is towards them, Those folks, those that we don't like, those that don't look like us, walk like us, talk like us, act like us, think like us, or believe like us, they're demons, they're evil. Like, because they don't, do the things that you do or believe in, which presents their projected ego, but keeps their soul dirty and unconscious, never looking within. How they beat their kids, how they rape their kids, how they just talk dirty and nasty about every fucking body. They're often using religious or spiritual languages as a weapon. Beat your ass upside the head with a Bible, not as a mirror, avoiding any honest self-examination. The shadow and calling others demons, when those people have not done anything to them, or no one has witnessed them doing harm towards others. So it says here, as I'm reading, call this disowned inner darkness, this shadow, the parts of ourselves we are ashamed of, deny, or refuse to acknowledge. When people refuse to accept, they are capable of envy, hate, cruelty, lust, or prejudice. Those traits do not disappear. They're pushed into the shadow. The more a person insists on seeing themselves as only good, the more violently they will see evil in others and feel justified in attacking or condemning them. This is why some can be racist, hateful, or cruel and still talk like they're fighting demons, when in reality they're acting out their own unclean inner life. Dehumanization, hating skin, the shape of another, the voice of other people, the color or beliefs, is backed by psychology, which says that this is dehumanization, seeing others as less than fully human. Research shows people will strip out groups, those who don't look, sound, or think like them, of full humanity in their minds, even with very small arbitrary differences. Dehumanization makes cruelty, racism, and contempt feel justified, because if that person is seen as an animal, demon, or thing, then the compassion is no longer required, which is their end goal. Ironically, those doing the dehuman way of thinking and being doing the dehumanization are exposing how hardened and spiritually deadened their own heart has become, no matter how holy their language sounds. That's why they got to keep screaming their holy language. The fire that's really burning in the venom they spew. So when someone from the same background, same struggle, same human condition can look at a person's skin, their clothes, their size or beliefs, and call them devil, the real fire is often burning in their own unresolved shame, self-hatred, trauma, jealousy, and fear of difference. The louder they scream demon at others, the more they are advertising how unwillingly they are to confront the evil they are capable of within themselves. That is why one can be sensing like something is spiritually off. It is not a righteous discernment. It is unexamined darkness, masquerading as holiness. So confusion and disgust that is actually a sign of your own inner compass is working. You can notice the contradiction between the language of demons and the lack of basic love. Humility and self-honesty in the people using it. And that's why I don't want, and I don't, and I got to feel it. And when I feel it, I definitely don't want your ass taking care of me in a motherfucking hospital or my children in the schools. I can tell you to stay away, but I can't get the fuck away. I can't tell you to stay away, but I can get the fuck away from you. That's why you name situations, call them out specifically. What they are doing. Did they put a mask on and murder somebody? Did you see them drop antifreeze or Clorox in somebody's food? Well then I started to wonder, am I doing the same thing as other people by calling this out? And it's like, am I being fake also for noticing that all they do is talk about other people? And then I'm wondering, am I doing the same thing? Just calling it out. That uncomfortable feeling they say is your integrity, not hypocrisy. If you feel that way. The reason it feels so uncomfortable when your values not wanting to gossip clash with your behavior, talking about gossip, the mind feels tension, which is known as cognitive dissonance from experts, is what they call it. That tension can show up as, am I fake? Even what is really happening is self-awareness and a desire to do better than the environment around you. The difference between gossip and calling it out, gossip is usually talking about someone who isn't present in a way that invites judgment or entertainment, not change or safety. Calling out, however, a pattern can be different when your intent is, this is harmful and I don't want to participate, especially if you are aiming at solutions, boundaries, or protection, not character assassination. Okay, I can see the difference here. So quick self-check. You could use in the moment, is like, am I venting to change something or just replaying the same old negativity? If these people were in the room, would I say the same thing the same way? I definitely try to practice this in the workplace. Is this conversation helping anyone or just making us feel superior for a minute? If the answer is this, is just turning into more of the same, you can pivot without being fake by saying things like, I don't want to keep talking about people like this. It doesn't feel good to me. Or I'm trying not to gossip. Can we switch this subject? Now, there are times I do like to hear gossip, what's going on, but it's something funny about me. I can only talk about me, that I'm always looking for something. Like, can it be change? Can it be something to be done better? Or is there something that can be done to help with what we're talking about? Those type of things. Or I just shake my head and go, or laugh for a second, couple of minutes or whatever. But my brain is always going to that next level. Like, what can be done? Anyway, that's it.